Yes. Okay. Hello, boys. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to Phoenix Wright. We have to chat a little bit today. Oh my goodness. So first things first, I apologize in advance if I sound like a horse dick today. There's a reason for that. So, as you know, I did not stream yesterday because it was Saturday night. I was going out, and I did that. In fact, I went to a holiday party. I went to a birthday party for a child. And then I went to the gay nightclub. And I drank some more, and I drank a lot. And I at a certain point lost track of how many drinks I had. Cut to today, and I woke up extraordinarily hungover, which is kind of rare for me. I have gotten like mild hangovers where you like wake up and you have a little bit of a headache, but you kind of quickly get over that. No, today, the entirety of today, it's just felt like hammers have been bashing on my head. My throat felt dry and like I couldn't even talk. And I did absolutely nothing. This entire day has been lost in my life. I did not go to the gym, I did not go grocery shopping, I did not hang out with friends. I laid on the couch I have not left my apartment today. I've just laid around the entirety of the day. Pyro Demoni, hello! So that's how I'm doing today. So now you know. Cosmetology Corner, Jacob Welsh, and Changeling DJ, good to see all of you guys. Now, the reason I've committed myself to the live stream is I figure that now that it's 7 o'clock at night here, it's about time that I get myself pulled together and try to recuperate a little bit. I've had a couple of power naps throughout the day, I've had a lot of water to drink, and I definitely need to get myself back into functioning by tomorrow. So the live stream will be the perfect way to do that. I still feel a little bit dead inside. I don't know how much my voice is going to be able to handle. Good thing I'm playing the video game that is known for its non-stop dialogue, and we're going to court today. That's everything. Hello. Now we're going to trial today. You guys all know the deal. You know how invested we are in this case. What's really interesting to me is I don't know where we go from here. We have a client that's clearly guilty, and I guess we're supposed to defend him in court. But, I mean, Maya doesn't want us to defend him, so I don't really know how this is going to play out. I guess all we can do is go into it and figure it out. Alright, so let's start. I've wasted enough time today. God. Oh! Oh, are we going full circle? How did I get into this mess? Same. The party was good though, let that be fair. That's far enough! You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh yeah, we've seen this. This is our judge. What have I done wrong? Oh, you know what? We've got more context this time. I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Alright, the stakes are high. I've had this dream before someplace, some time ago. Josh Scott, hello! You'll be at the gym for both of us? Alright, put in some extra work for me. Today, I'm gonna stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Yeah, how's that for a conflict of interest? March 23rd, 9:43 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. I'm so done. I truly have no clue how in the world the game is going to spin this and how we're going to play it out. Because I feel like there's no way we can get him off the hook. But what's going to happen? This is what I needed. Okay, let's answer it. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Sir, you can't drink in here. This is a courthouse. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. He's right. Now listen up, Nick. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime ball not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. Maya. Phoenix. We got Mia in the house again. Mia. Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? What do you mean you don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. What? Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times is when you have to force your biggest smiles. Cheesing. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Alright, stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Oh yeah, Phoenix is so popular. Gotta get that steel samurai. Ugh, it's that accursed on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore, I fucking mean it. Oh no, who could have seen this coming, everybody? Dick. Hey, you're really mean, pal. Oh, Gumshoe. Look, I'm sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team, and we're chasing after the killer, pal. So then, you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up. Gumshoe. Not until the trial's over, until the verdict is handed down. We're gonna do everything we can to find the killer. And if we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves. Well, aha, so that's our strategy. So, I kind of guessed at this, but, so it's gonna be a game of stalling. We're gonna have to, like, just filibuster the courts. Just keep the trial going, don't let anything happen until Maya's rescued, and then we can just, like, give up. That's a strategy. That's true, I could do that if they found Maya first. Yeah, you got that? So, you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last as long as possible. Oh, that's gonna be a fun game mechanic. Are you guys ready for a long trial? Raymundo! Hello, how's it going? I have to make the trial last longer. Something we all love. Yeah, if you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, I'm sure the two of you can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth, you guys can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we got, just like you. Alright, got it. Thank you, Gumshoe. Alright, my life is in your hands. I know you won't let me down. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. Aww. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. I mean, low-key, it is kind of true. Your network connections will get you far in life. So this is why you have to not be an asshole to people, okay? You need to have some friends, and you need to make sure you have friends who are going to have your back for various situations that come up in your life. Whether it's somebody who can recommend you to a good job, somebody who can point you in the direction of a good attorney if you ever end up in legal issues. Having people on your side is always good in life. Yeah, that is true. Alright, looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the last trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. Probably. I think so. I have faith in him. Girl, how are your tits feeling? It's a little bit cold in here. Alright, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Let's start this bitch. Drag it out as long as humanly possible. George, do you have a snap for your fans? I have a Snapchat, but it's really more of a personal Snapchat. I don't really post, like, social media stuff onto it. So, I don't really pass it out too much. It's not like... I think I've posted it before somewhere on my Instagram, so it's not like it's a secret. But, I don't really add people or, like, use it that much, unless you are someone who I know in real life. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Ongard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, If you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Ongard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. Edgeworth, you're going through this all kind of fast. Shouldn't you let me prove this to the courts? Because, we're trying to make this take time. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Ah, then you're saying that she is guilty after all. I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct to the court's attention this card. Oh, what is that? Looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes. Juan Corrida was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Ongard. Alright, well, so much for that taking a long time. What a surprising turn of events! I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. So how do we play this? Because it's our job to find the truth, but we're gonna try and reject the truth? I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. This is actually a very interesting concept, because this is really like a way to flip the gameplay on its head. But we still have to hold out as long as we can, Phoenix. At least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial's gonna turn out today. Same. Well, now then. Please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Alright, Will, buddy. Work with me here. Now then, witness, your name and occupation. Oh, okay. I'm a Will Powers, sir. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, that's, I guess it's sort of me being a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please. You don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. But, I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Uh-huh. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ongard's room. Oh, okay. Sure. Alright, Will. Don't let me down. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Look how handsome he is. It's a shame he's so evil. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and I went back. I had guests with me that night and I couldn't make them wait for me. Oh, that's us! We were his guests! Well, nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking about the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Ongard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? I got you, Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just gonna have to charge in head first, right? Yeah, we are, aren't we? Well, since we're trying to make this take as long as possible, I guess we should be comfortable pressing everything. The defendant's room. Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor. Like a big brother, sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. Right, okay. What's wrong? Why'd you stop? I kind of hate going to the gym at times because I always feel as though I'm being judged for being so scrawny. Oh, Josh, don't say that. I mean, I totally relate to why people feel that way because I was very uncomfortable going to the gym for a long time. But once you actually go, you really learn pretty quickly that everybody's so kind of caught up in themselves that people literally don't give a shit about you. Truly, look around when you are at a gym. People are not paying attention to you. Unless they want to use a piece of equipment that you're using, they're really too caught up in their own workout. Because they're all there to work on themselves. So, it's definitely like a fear that people hold in their heads that doesn't really translate too often into the real world. And if somebody does, judge you, then they're kind of, really being a fucking asshole. Mr. Wright! What is it? You're gonna try and trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. Will, no one said you were. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy, man. Well, every time? Yeah, he's not wrong. Witness. I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Oh, no, sorry. So, you went to the defendant's room, and then what? Wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly get turned into the bad guy here? Alright, he was standing there in front of his room. Are you sure that it was Matt on guard? Oh, yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? He was talking with someone. Right. Okay, the bellboy. This is where we want to press. Except we don't, because we don't want to confirm that the bellboy is Shelly the killer, because that's going to make Matt look guilty. Oh, this is hard. At first. Wait, what do you mean by at first? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform, and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. That sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Well, yeah, but, I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? Well, that's not my job to know. Well, sorry, I can't remember right now. I guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one. Alright, baby. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? I did feel a little something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, you see, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So, how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. Alright, he had guests. Let's press that. So, who are these guests you're talking about? Well, it's you guys, of course. You and my, little pearls. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after, seeing Matt in the hallway. It's like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. I am a little sleepy, John F., but I have to, get my life back together. I've been sleeping all day with this terrible hangover. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. But Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state, I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Right. Okay, so pressing didn't get us anywhere. We're gonna have to present something. It's only 7, you might need some coffee. I don't drink coffee, actually. I should drink tea, but I don't own any at the moment. Yeah, it's my own fault. I've done this to myself. I partied a little too hard last night. And now I'm paying for it today. Hopefully my brain's gonna function enough to take care of this. Oh, I have a friend request received. I better, I should probably go through those someday. Alright, so what's suspicious here? He went by himself to Matt's room. He was standing in front of his room, still in the Nickel Samurai costume. Is there anything we can talk about regarding that? Just need a second to re-look over all of my evidence while we figure out what my game plan is going to be here. How do you not drink coffee? I never, it's just one of those things I never got into. The only time I used to drink it was when I literally had to stay awake on the road driving to and from my college when I would like visit home, because I was a drive from New York City to Buffalo, which was like 6.5 hours. It was a little bit intense because I would do it pretty late at night. And the coffee was like terrible. I hated it. I drank it black, which is probably my first mistake. And I just like did it for the caffeine. But I did work in a coffee shop at Tim Hortons for years in college, so I served coffee to all of the local folk in my town. Just didn't drink it. The bellboy is suspicious, but what can we use with that? I had guests with me and I couldn't make them wait. There's gotta be something we can make stick on this guy. Is there any way to prove that he wouldn't have been in the Nickel Samurai costume? I'm so stumped. Guys, I don't even know how to start this. Like, which of these statements can I present something on? I don't remember him leaving his seat, but I was focused on Maya. Went by himself to Matt's room. Will said he couldn't remember something earlier. I don't know, maybe I missed something. I gotta re-go through all these statements now. God damn it, I didn't know we were gonna start off this terribly. Went by myself to Matt's room to congratulate him. Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, no, don't worry, Will, you are not the killer. So, whoa, jeez. That was a mistake on my part. I didn't mean to start all this dialogue. Just talking with someone. First, I thought it was the bellboy. You know, I did feel something weird. He gave Matt the bellboy a tip. Whoa, oh, this is new. Whoa, oh, what is this game doing? Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Alright, this is wild to me. So, in my defense, I don't want to take the blame for my confusion here. This is very weird. So I had to press every statement, and then by pressing a statement that got him to talk about the tipping, I had to go back and re-press a statement that I already pressed with the new tip information. That's awkward. I would describe this as awkward, like, gameplay. to unlock a new dialogue option. Yeah, that's it. Man, you really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? This bellboy. He wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. Oh, you mean about the bellboy? Matt gave the bellboy a tip. Was that the amended testimony? How does that help us? Oh, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. Well, I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked, man. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. The face! The bellboy's face! Or maybe the tip. Maybe both. Why not both? What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy. He's more like an old gramps. I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. Oh, no. That's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches, man. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight through from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like, if the thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Phoenix, we know who that is. He was there at Enguarde's house. The butler! What is it, Mr. Wright? Oh, nothing, Your Honor, don't you worry. Nothing to see here, I'm just thinking aloud. So that means Enguarde was talking with the killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, Enguarde would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Don't have to tell me twice, Chief. Jason, hello, how's it going? You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? Wait, no, I don't think so, Your Honor. Jacob, hello, welcome to the chat. Nothing, Mr. Wright, nothing. We're just going around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony. Shit. Let me ask about the other thing. Whoa, whoops. Give the bellboy a tip. Let's talk about this tip. Da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum. Yeah, I was all shocked. Ask about Mr. Enguarde's tip. There's so much I want to know about men's tips. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips. Wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was, you know, I don't know, maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Oh, honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Well, because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Some people tip big bucks. Listen, it's fine. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Let's raise an objection. The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical for people like him. Alright, this is about being rich, Edgeworth. I know you can't relate. Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? Well, some are. It's about being flashy. Haven't you ever met, like, a famous YouTuber that likes to throw around their money? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? Listen, Edgeworth, I'm just gonna... Not for nothing, but, like, if you want men to give you money for not doing that much, you probably could. Alright, you got those long, luscious bangs. Fucking use them to your advantage. He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. So, supposing that a roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? He was an escort! Phoenix, this is what we're gonna have to go with. We're gonna have to claim that he was a gay escort. Isn't it obvious for the murder of Mr. Juan Carita? Then the bellboy we saw? Yes, he was the assassin. That view of Will from behind, though. Now hold your horses, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley DeKiller left at the scene of the crime. Shelley DeKiller? He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley DeKiller. Edgeworth, you're not doing a very good job at stalling. Oh, really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? Oh, nothing. You know, but something just clicked in my head, and I think I figured something out. Oh? Yeah, actually, I saw the bellboy again later on that night. What? Oh, I can't keep my headphones in today. Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Oh, yes, sir. Right away. The second time. Let's go for it. Well, you see, this time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when the bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Carita's room. You know, now that I think about it, well, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean, right? Thank you very much, that's all we need for now. Huh? I'm not done. Wait, there's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. DeKiller, then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Oh, don't you worry, I intend to. This is no laughing matter, Phoenix. Alright, Chief, listen, I'm working on it. Alright, let's press it all day, every day. And what time was this? Oh, well, I guess I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? So I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around like 8:10? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Yeah, sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say congrats. Alright. And... are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how can you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. Oh, well, you see, he had those stitches in his face. Ooh, right, yeah, let's not press that one too hard. Alright, so I'm sure it was the same guy who was talking with Matt. Which room did the bellboy come out of? Juan Carita's room. Press this. The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? You know, now that I think about it, the bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Oh, I meant to press that, sorry. Right. Let it go. Well, you say the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? Yeah, that bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray, either. You'd call that a little strange, wouldn't you? I agree, that is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or... try to pull a fast one? I'm sure this will work out great for us. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth. Ugh, are you gonna do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well, this court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you would amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. Alright, let's keep pressing. That seems to be our only strategy. So, you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand, and there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. What kind of juice was it? I think we might be able to put this in our favor. I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed. He gave juice to the room. It's a simple reason. Some sort of proof. Then I think we can dodge this bullet. Alright. Sounds like another job for the court record. Alright. You thought it was strange for him to come out empty-handed, and yet... why would it be strange since we had a bottle of tomato juice? Objection! Mr. Powers. Yeah? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But, isn't it really suspicious? He's got all those stitches, and, So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? What is this logic? Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to let the court have a look at this photograph. There she is. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, it's a tray and a bottle. The two things that were in the hands of the bellboy. Anyone can clearly see that it's a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he left empty-handed. Oh, but that would mean that the bellboy is seen and left a dead body in a room. Ah, but you can't prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time. Oh. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. I blame you for leading me down this route. Oh, thank God. Get mad at Edgeworth for once. That's a refreshing change. Refreshing like a spring breeze. I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Oh, is there? Oh, Josh, I'm gonna use that photograph line to death now. The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. What? Yeah, that bellboy. He was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Well, why didn't you mention them earlier? Okay, maybe Edgeworth is stalling because he cut Will Powers off from saying that at the get-go, and that did stall for a little bit of time. Yeah, sorry, it slipped my mind. Alright, well this makes the bellboy look pretty fucking suspicious. Alright, I gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Oh, come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather gloves. Those are killing gloves. That's what you use to choke people out. So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? Oh my god. I can't with Phoenix. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. Judge, that's not guilt. It might be suspicious, but it's not guilt. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. Maybe he's a findom. Maybe he was just, you know, giving Juan Kurita a little happy ending with the leather against his skin, and some people are into that. Alright, is that a crime? Yes, it actually very much is in many states, but it shouldn't be, alright? Let's legalize sex work, okay? It's the oldest profession in the world. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Well, shit. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please, tell us more. Okay. Great. More about their second meeting. Well, you see, after leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom, and then back to my seat. Ah, so they do have football in the land of Japanifornia, apparently. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it is suspicious to high heaven. Alright, Phoenix, come hell or high waters, we're in this to the end. Well, I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we, Mr. Wright? Your cross-examination, please. Okay, Your Honor. I don't know if it's my hangover or my head, or my stress of being a lawyer, but my head is pounding. Alright, Phoenix, let's keep pressing everything. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? Look, I may be a poor and underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all of this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye, in a sort of sneaky, spy-like fashion. There it is. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? Yes. What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. Alright. I said hold it! Okay. That's better! What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. Should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ask about the person inside, ask about the something, don't ask anything. Ask about the something. He gave something to this person? Yeah. And what was this something? Oh, well, if I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? This implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please, try to remember what it was. Okay, I'll try. In the meantime, let's talk about another point, namely what the bellboy did next. Oh, okay, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing, then the old guy just left. Alright, well, before we move on, let's ask the other question. Alright, when I said I'm gonna press everything, I meant that literally. We are in it, and we are gonna press everything. Ask about the person inside. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. Fuck. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? So then you're saying you didn't see the person's face? Yep. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yep, that's literally everything I just said, like 5 seconds ago. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honor, I think it is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Oh, Mr. Bowers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was... No, it wasn't that. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. A statue? Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know? I hope that means we have it. Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of statue and show it to him. You're gonna have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that? Alright, so I have an idea. Wooden statue. Was the bear wooden? It is, a wooden bear-shaped figurine. Maybe this is what he's talking about. Let's throw it at him. What is the point of this pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I kind of have a feeling that something bad is gonna happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw. Was it this item? Oh, hey, yeah, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt Engarde's mansion. That's the defendant's house? We're losing the gallery. What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the Killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. Engarde's mansion would mean. It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Engarde is the killer's client. That was my big dramatic reveal. Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events. Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? Sorry, Mia. No, it's all right. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that he knew about the bear too. Well, I think it's clear that there's no need for us to continue this trial. Well, no, we can't let that happen. I have to do something. There's gotta be something we overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Well, yes, what is it, Mr. Wright? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull, Wright? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? The bear itself. We got the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear? Mr. Wright. This was found at Mr. Engarde's mansion. However, Mr. Engarde was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he hasn't had a chance to go home. Oh. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. Actually, good on you, Phoenix. That flew over my head. I didn't even think about the fact that, yeah, Mr. Engarde didn't have a chance to stop home to get the bear. So who was the bear handed off to? Because if it was handed off to Mr. Engarde, when would he have had the chance to put it home? It is not possible that it was Mr. Engarde who took this bear to the mansion. Yes, Phoenix. Well, that's very true. You didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Phew. Alright, that's good. Oh, this might be bad. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Wright? Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Engarde's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. The killer and Engarde were working together, so to speak, and the killer was hiding it at Mr. Engarde's mansion as his butler. Wow, what a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to Mr. Engarde's mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, On Guard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad. It would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Okay, so it was like a back and forth. It was like, here you go. Just kidding. I'm gonna take it back. Well, Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. Listen, I'm just sweating it out a little. Give me a break. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I have to try. I have to try and find something else. Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to... I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powers' testimony. Oh, what? There's another one? Maybe? There is indeed, Your Honor. And it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? I mean, I guess Powers' testimony. Since the bear didn't lead us to anywhere good. Mr. Powers' testimony, of course. Huh? I know that my... Oh, jeez. Your inanity stupefies me, Mr. Wright. We have already clarified all questionable points during the cross-examination just now. Ugh. Wasting time like this, calling the testimony questionable, I'd say it's your head that's questionable here. Well, fuck. Damn it! The game tricked me! Hey, Phoenix, you said we were gonna question his testimony. Yes, I agree. The cross-examination went smoothly and there was nothing wrong with the testimony. Oh. Look, please, wait. You are being very persistent today, Mr. Wright. Because I can't let it end like this. I know my outburst just now was a little, questionable. Questionable indeed. But there really are some questionable points left to discuss, Your Honor. What are you trying to pull, Wright? Alright. But then I guess the only one left is the person who received the bear. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that's pretty unclear, sir. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear. Yeah, he gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of... Oh. Excuse me? What? What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh yeah, sorry. But actually, I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. You did? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but, the arm. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear. Wow. Okay, once again, I think we're sequence breaking a little bit because we've seen this picture already. Which, again, is part of the reason that I got thrown off as to why we were going to ask about the identity, because we had seen this picture. It's funny, so this is pretty early in the series, and it's interesting to see that there are a couple of, like, little hiccups in the game design where you can, like, maybe sometimes do things a little bit out of order. I admire it a little bit. It's kind of cool. But it also really trips me up, so I don't love it. You've got to be kidding me! Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Order! Looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. No, we didn't. This is actually going to be super helpful. Do you guys know why? Do you know why? I figured it out. So, after Juan Carita got killed, who found the body and then switched themselves into a Nickel Samurai costume to disguise herself? Adrian Andrews. Maybe I'm going wrong in this tangent, but at least we could argue to the court. We could at least make the argument, whether we're right or wrong, that the butler handed off this thing to Miss Andrews. Which might be a lie, but I feel like we could try to make that argument in court if we're going to be a shady lawyer. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So, the person who took this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Ongard is the Nickel Samurai, but he's not the only Nickel Samurai as of last night. Thanks to the defense, we've made all that clearer. Well, I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. Stephen Lee, can we play Mario Party Superstars? I actually intend to play it at a certain point this week. As we wrap up, I'll talk a little bit more about it, but I'm assuming that in the next day or two, we're probably going to finish this video game, because this is the last case. So we'll be done with Justice for All. And then I want to do a couple of, like, low-key streams of either, like, Mario Party or Jackbox games, because on Friday, I'm going to be starting a new game that I think you guys know. It's coming out, and it's going to be one that is right at home for me based on the games that I've already played on this channel. So I'll talk a little bit more about what that will be as we close out. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Ongard. I see no reason for this trial to continue, therefore I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for understanding. Phoenix, don't just sit there, object! You see, Wright? You could not win against the truth, could you? Phoenix, raise an objection. Pin this on Adrian Andrews, throw her under the bus. I know it sucks, but we gotta do it. What Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, what do I do? Raise an objection! Objection! Come on, Phoenix, you got this. There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. It's the only thing I have left, and this is a dirty trick. Look, we don't have to feel good about throwing her under the bus, but we can do it. Your Honor, right now we have these 2 reasons to believe that my client is the assassin's client. Reason number 1, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2, that very same figurine was found at Ongard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I am saying is it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. Yeah, Phoenix, here we go. We know it's a lie, and we're lying in a court of law. The real client? Yes. Is this all you have? I mean, technically we're not lying. We're presenting a possibility. And then we're gonna try and let the people think that that possibility is the reality. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer? I am so sorry, Adrian Andrews. I hope you will forgive us someday, but we are gonna drag you through hell for this trial. I think it's Adrian Andrews. Adrian Andrews? Yes. We already know that she tried to frame Matt Ongard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume, no less. Oh, so then, the nickel samurai's arm that I saw. That could have very well been Miss Andrews' arm. Yeah, buddy. But what about Mr. Ongard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. He was taking a cat nap. The defendant was taking a nap during the period. The break period. That's right. Then, finding this figurine at Mr. Ongard's mansion? It was a well-laid trap set by Adrian Andrews. Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. Yeah, that's right, you can't. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell Ongard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the crime on someone else, Frankie. Yeah, it's unbelievable, babe. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me. This is one fight I can't give up on. God, they really don't like us right now. Oh my god, we're gonna have protesters here. Order! All disruptive parties will be forced to leave this courtroom. Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game? Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Shit. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to Ongard right away. Oh, yikes. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Shit. I see. Well then. The court will take a 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, jeez. Okay, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. We're out of court. We're on break. Oh! Hi. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer Dude? But damn, I never thought in your desperation you'd pin the guilt on Adrian. My god, I swear this dude's gonna pay. Mr. Nick! Pearls? Where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away from me. A really strong power? Well, hopefully that's maybe Maya channeled Mia for some reason. Alright, let's answer it. Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. Oh, hey, how's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Well, yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto by throwing another woman under the bus. Oh, phew, that's great, pal. Well, what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? Oh, well, you see, we don't have any leads yet. But what? We don't have any more time, Dick. If we had just one, even a single clue, that'd be really helpful. A single clue? I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking of myself. And I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all of our hope for nothing? A tent. What? A tent? I could see a circus tent. Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. Oh, she did call her. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now, but I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now? Oh yeah, there's one, pal. It's the Berry Pig Circus. Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. Oh, what, pal? Oh, okay, hold on a sec. Hey, draw a circle on that map, around 300 feet from the main tent. And, I could see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, that it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her, pal. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Alright, you hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Alright, good luck, Dick. Yeah, I'll call you later. Alright, don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Oh, fuck. Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Oh, God, poor girl. We know that how much she loves a burger. It looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make the trial last a little bit longer. Alright, we can do that, Phoenix. I think. March 23rd, 12:05 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Alright, we're back in court. Just gotta make it last a little bit longer. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his clients. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Hi, girl. I really hope that you're not going to hold this against me. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. Yeah, that's true. You are also a criminal, so, like, you're not totally innocent. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You've seen it before. That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten us to the bear's secrets? Alright. Oh, wait, why? Why does she... I don't like where this is going. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box by just looking at it. Well, boys, I think we know where the suicide note is. So this figurine, it's a container of sorts. Yes. Looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes. This is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Yeah, alright, well, let's press everything and stall so that Dick can, rescue Maya, hopefully. The bear figurine. A puzzle. That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine to me. True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. Isn't it kind of funny how, I'm so used to witnesses lying to us all the time, and now the one singular time where I need a trial to last a long time, suddenly my witnesses are all being, like, extraordinarily truthful. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time, alright. So you can take it apart. And how would one go about doing that? Well, first you turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Oh ho, ho, ho! This is the most interesting puzzle! The boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Hey, puzzles are always great toys. Oh my god. Oh, he's going to town on that thing. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead, carry on. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. What? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Oh, then this was a present from you. That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Alright. That's very interesting. So, who exactly knew how to solve the puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt that there are many people with this same bear in this country. Ah, but this looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get what's inside. Well, it is a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. That's true. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container, or a jewelry box? Well, I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Ongar didn't know, right? Alright, I think this is about all I'm gonna get for now. Alright, updating the court record, it's a puzzle with a hollow inside. What you gotta say, buddy? Well, Wright, I think even you have come to realize... Realize what? That there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. The bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question, and that can come next, which is... What is inside the box? What's inside the box? Yes, what's inside? That's right. And that's what we are going to find out next, witness. Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. Oh, Adrian gonna open the box. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. What's in there? Is this what you wanted? I think it is. What is this? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. The suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Inpax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. Yikes. It seems Celeste Inpax has very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Alright. We'll figure our way out of this one, I think. Order! Witness! Did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What's written on the note, of course. That's right. At least, that's what I would think. Now then, I believe there is only one, I believe it is only appropriate that the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it, and I was gonna burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud. Yes, very well. Alright, we're all on the edge of our seats. Let's hear this note. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Inpax left us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Angard. About being engaged to Corrida and Angard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all. And that's all Miss Inpax had to say. Oh, so I guess we are just getting a summary of the note. We're not actually getting the full detailed report. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Angard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word! Matt Angard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Damn. It's Angard's fault that woman killed herself, and this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from feeling that, Frankie. Oh, how terrible, babe. What a selfish person, babe. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps, too. There is no room for doubt here. Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. Well, it seems we've come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. No. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you have to do. That's right. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay. There's two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation. I mean, there is a way out of this situation. It's really a dick move, but we can continue to throw Adrian under the bus, because Adrian knew about the suicide note. She has a motive for murder too, because she hates Matt Angard. We could keep dragging her through the mud. The gavel's already in the judge's hands. Hurry, Phoenix! Alright, which of these should I pursue? I want to say the suicide note, I think. Because I think that establishes a clear motive for Adrian Andrews to be the killer. Alright, wait, Your Honor. Oh, man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care. He's like he's trying to get the killer off the hook, Frankie. I think Your Honor believes that Matt Engard killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, this is correct. But that seems to be a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Kurita until the night of the murder. If that's the case, I'd say that Matt Engard could not have known that what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in the right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? Oh, I didn't think this part would come up. I thought the spy camera was in my possession. Matt Engard and the victim both thought of each other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And? The victim, Juan Kurita, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Engard. Ugh. Order! Mr. Wright! Yeah, Your Honor. You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities, did you? Well... a little bit. A little bit is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in this stuffed bear's eye. Yeah. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Gumshoe's Bug Sweeper. Hey, we used the same thing. By the way, Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Matt Engard's fingerprints were on there. Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? Well, what am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Engard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. You got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, what's happening? Shh, stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so ew, nasty. Phoenix. Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're gonna do yet? What I'm gonna do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. What is it, Mia? There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate. I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles? Girl, I'm your subordinate. You gotta be more clear with me. Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that Mia's talking about? Can I figure out what it is? That still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? I guess we have to figure out what it is. I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Wright. Objection! Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate, Mr. Wright. No, that's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, that's what I just said. So you're telling me that I forgot something. You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Uh-oh. Something to examine about this piece of evidence. The spy camera was found in the eye. The transmitter maybe changes footage taken by the spy camera into radio waves and then transmits the data. Set to record the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour, was running at the time of the murder. I mean, the spy camera is what he threw out, so should he have investigated his spy camera more carefully? Maybe. Only Karita and Andrews know how to open the bear. Oh, I'm nervous, boys. It's gotta be something in this tail end. Nothing up here, I think, is relevant anymore. I don't think. Maybe it's the transmitter. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I do believe some special examination is needed, but I think the item should be examined as this defense's gray matter. Damn it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We can recover from this. Maybe I should save. Wouldn't want to ruin all of this. Alright. So maybe it is the camera? What else would it be? The bear? Spy camera was set in the right eye, found in the victim's room. Nope, nope. Damn it! Mia! This is why I need you to be clear with me. We're fucked. I'm gonna get us killed out here. Alright, so it wasn't the bear, or it wasn't the camera, it wasn't the transceiver. There's not a whole lot of evidence left to work with that would need further investigation. I guess it's gotta be the bear. But I don't understand why. It's not gonna be the photo, it's not gonna be the press conference ticket. I don't think it could be the transceiver. It's not gonna be Lotta's camera or the magazine clipping. It's not gonna be the mat, it's not gonna be the guitar or the wine glass. It's not gonna be the ninja button. I don't think it's gonna be any of these reports. I think it's the bear. Damn it! We fucked it up! Oh no! We're screwed, we failed. Son of a bitch, I hate failing. Piece of evidence that Edgeworth should have examined? What the fuck? I don't like this. What other detail did you just find out about in this trial? The suicide note? I mean, I guess we could throw the suicide note under the guide that, like, nobody's really... It just got pulled out of the bear this time, so Edgeworth wouldn't have had a chance to investigate the suicide note, like, more thoroughly than Adrian Andrews reading it on the spot in the court. So I guess it does make sense that there could be something off with it. It just seems like a bit of a stretch in the logic jump to me to be like, okay, but is it the suicide note? It is. Damn it! Well, who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear, but this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed. Yeah, that does make a lot of fucking sense. Wow. Fuck me. I'm so fucking stupid sometimes. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, that hasn't even been remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting. Mr. Wright, are you saying this suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ongard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you? We are really being mean to her. Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could have solved the puzzle is the witness herself. Oh, Adrian. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt Ongard. I didn't do such a thing. Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note as a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Yeah, Phoenix, object to that. That's ridiculous. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. The burden of proof is on you! Yeah, Phoenix, lay it on him. Oh, that's enough! Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note? As the defense has stated, the handwriting is yet to be analyzed. Well, if that's the case, it seems that yet again we've reached a point where a verdict is impossible. Impossible? That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is gonna carry this trial over another day. I don't think Maya's gonna be able to make it another day. I mean, come on. People can go like weeks without food. Oh, but if he's depriving her of water, like if she hasn't even drank anything, we're approaching like what, 72 hours? That's sketchy. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis is my butt. That's just lawyers trying to buy more time. Ongard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line, Phoenix. Guilty! 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 Guilty, bro! Guilty! They're guilty! Murderers! All of them! Oh? Is it Dick? Is Dick gonna come through and save the day? It's Gumshoe! Hello, Gumshoe? Oh, hey, pal. What's with him, and what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happens to kill her? Well, he got away, pal. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Okay, well, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But, the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm gonna keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time is all. But don't tell me we don't have any more time, pal. Guilty! They're guilty! Throw them in the bridge! Make them suffer! Burn them at the stake! Do you hear that, Dick? They're calling for his head! Well, Mr. Wright, I can't come for us to come this far and, Oh! What is it? Hey, let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth, pal. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Well, hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch. Oh my god, we're gonna throw the phone up. Take that. A little spinning animation. Oh my god, this game is too cute. Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth, pal. Please, you've got to buy us some more time, pal. Court is in session. Edgeworth! You're gonna hang up on my dick like that? I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. Look, I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I am reluctant to do this, however. It appears that I have no choice but to suspend the proceedings until tomorrow. Fuck! Dude, no! We gotta do something. Court is now adjourned for the day. Someone object to something. Objection! Hold it! Your Honor! Yes? Yes! Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't be put through this anymore. Wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth, what are you doing to my emotions? What is this back and forth with you? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Gumshoe is handsome, Zach. There's no denying that. I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourned for today and then reconvened tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor, listen to him. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised, I will not allow another recess today. Okay, this might be okay. This might be helpful. This might be hurtful. This court will now take its final recess of the day. Oh, jeez. Alright. District Court back in the lobby. Right, well, what's going on with Maya's situation? The killer, he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Ugh. Oh, Dick, what now? Report. Hey, is that you, Edgeworth? We don't have time, spit it out. Right. Well, look, it looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. Well, we don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swept the stuff and ran. What? Well, look, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I gotta put law on hold for now. We got a girl and a kidnapping. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get into too much trouble over this. With my hunk of a junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be right there, pal. You wait for me. I'm on my way. Everything's gonna be fine. Alright, just get here in one piece. Don't worry, I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. Not a person in the world. Look, I'm pulling all the stops. I'm even running every road. Oh, Jesus, Dick. Oh, no. I don't like to hear that. Items left by the murderer, huh? Okay, well, maybe there's something among them that's gonna be decisive enough to end this. Dick? My love? No. Hey, what's wrong? Dick? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. No one can stop me. Oh, no. They're not gonna kill off the love of my life. The game is not allowed to do this to me. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What the fuck was he thinking? Well, we've got to hurry and call for help. We have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Shit. And if we don't get those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. Shit. Double shit, triple shit. This is really unsettling. I can't handle this. We can't let that happen. Well, if there's a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. How do we do that? Why, Gumshoe? Why did you have to get into an accident now of all times, dude? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? I hope so, maybe? That's right, there is a way. What? How? Francisca! Von Karma! She's got the beeper! She detects him. Do we have a thing for that? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. I mean, the transceiver worked in a similar way, but... So maybe that's the evidence we present? Von Karma's the key here. Oh, we can present profiles! Francisca! She always has dick under her thumb. Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like this? Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. Chances are slim, but she's all we have. Okay, phew. Brain is still working. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth. What is it, Wright? Look, I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto Adrian Andrews, a totally innocent person, and I'm using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Oh, that was the bailiff, I'm sorry. Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Okay. Oh, God, to be continued. Holy fuck. Okay, well, assuming, if I'm to assume that part 2 of the trial is gonna be the finale of the game, I think we're heading into finale territory where tomorrow might be our final Ace Attorney stream for Justice for All, the second game in this absolutely incredible franchise. I am shaking in my pants. I hope Dick is okay. I hope we can get our evidence, and I hope we can find Maya. There's a lot of things that have me very stressed with this case. But we're going to wrap it all up, hopefully tomorrow. Once that is done, as I said a little bit earlier, for the remainder of the week, I think I might stream a little bit of Jackbox games and a little bit of Mario Party or something kind of like light and like a one-time deal. And then, the Nintendo Switch has so graciously decided that they want to release the original Paper Mario on their online service, which I am a member of. And I never had any intentions of playing the original Paper Mario as like a Let's Play because, I don't know, I played that one as a kid, but it's not like as completely blind as my other Paper Marios, but at this point I'm like, well, I might as well complete the trilogy. I've played Thousand Year Door and I've played Super Paper Mario. Why don't we circle back to the original? And I'm also a little bit hopeful that it might be an opportunity for a couple of new Nintendo nerds to find me because, if the game is just releasing on this Friday, that means that it's probably going to be, at least in the gaming world, trending a little bit for Paper Mario fans. And since Paper Mario's right up my alley, Paper Mario fans might be kind of interested in that kind of stuff. And I'm now streaming regularly, so I think it would be kind of cool if we could pick up a couple of other Paper Mario nerds that might want to join this family. So I will be doing some streaming of the original Paper Mario. At least that's what I plan to. And I will be doing that this Friday. I hope you guys will be looking forward to that as a new game. And I hope you guys will join me for the finale of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, which I'm hoping will be tomorrow. If we don't finish the game tomorrow, we'll definitely finish it probably Tuesday. Tomorrow's Monday. So that's what the week has in store. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And thank you guys for subscribing, liking these videos, because, again, this is my favorite social media. And even though it's very niche, you guys are some of my favorite people to interact with. So your support here is probably the most meaningful support that I get. So thank you for the interaction.